mates, it's Iain from RTO here. Well, instead of it getting lighter, it's got darker, so the big light's gone on as well. I look like Holly from Red Dwarf. All you could see was my bright face. We needed a background a bit more thing, so hence why the light's on. The only trouble is, people walking up and down the street can see what I'm doing. I've had some funny looks over the years. Anyway, what have we got for you today? Well, we're going to look at, this is being pick and mix, we're going to look at in the camera's view this week, and we're going to look at Kansas, a great American prog band, made some great music. And what we're going to concentrate on today is a DVD that they brought out in 2002 called Device Voice Drum. Now, it also came out as a double CD, which we've already mentioned. It's a great CD, but this is a DVD release. Now, before we get into any concerts, it actually starts off with one of these music animations, and with the song Miracles of Nowhere. Now, it's the same artwork as on the cover, but it obviously moves. It's like this robot playing instruments. The sketches of the members of the band are by Clifford Bailey, who featured in the liner notes. Now, this was recorded on June the 15th, 2002 at the Earthlink Live in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, the band at the time were Steve Walsh on keyboards and lead vocals, the brilliant Robbie Steinhardt on violin and vocals, Rich Williams on the electric and acoustic guitars, fantastic guitar player, Billy Greer on the bass, the ever-present Phil Ehart on the drums. Additional musicians on here, we've got the New Advent Choir, string quartet by Larry Baird, which the violins are Teresa Koch, Janine Johnson-Watkins, Cindy Beard, and on the viola, and Anna Joyner on the cello. So let's go through the tracks and how we all sometimes. First thing you notice on here is the mullet haircuts, Philly Hart and Steve Walsh. Yes, 2002, and they've still got mullets. So we get the intro, the band come on and all that sort of thing, and it goes into Belexes, which is from the very first album, Kansas, and a little bit of Lightning's Hand as well. I just love watching Robbie, how he plays his violin. It is so effortless, and when he's not actually playing his little bit, he's got the bow in the hand and he's really rocking. Great opening, absolutely brilliant. And then we slide off into the Somewhere to Elsewhere album for a bit of Icarus II. I love this track, and live it's brilliant, and it's brilliant watching them do this, especially watching Rich on the guitar. Absolutely great guitarist. Great little bit of bass here from Billy Greer as well, and as ever Phil on the drums, a great drummer. Then they finish that one, and then they do a little bit of chatting, and then they do a track from Mask, and they do Icarus, Borne on the Wings of Steel. Absolutely killer version of it live. It's much better live, always said that. And then we go to Song for America, one of the classics. Robbie is brilliant on this. It's so great that we have Robbie, a live performance, absolutely brilliant. And then we go into a little bit of leftoverture for a couple of songs. They do Howlin at the Moon from Magnus Opus, one of my favourite bits of Howlin at the Moon. This is one of my favourites from the Magnum Opus track. Then we have The Wall, great vocals on this from Steve Walsh. Then we have go to into the spirit of things, which is one of the later tracks when Steve Morse was involved in the band, and the song "The Preacher." Now on the album, I wasn't. It's a little bit wishy-washy in places, but the live version has always been killer. Then we go back to the Kansas album for the Journey from the Mariabronn. 9 minutes and 17/7. So pure magic from the band. Great vocals as ever from Steve. Lovely, great guitar work from Rich. Robbie and Phil all having a great time and playing well on that one. Off to one of my favourite albums, a bit of Dust in the Wind from Point of No Return. Just one of the killer tracks, isn't it? Classic. Once again, wonderful playing. It's a joy to watch these fine musicians at work. Cheyenne Anthem from Leftover Shore. Some of Phil's best drumming on this. He's just an incredible drummer. How he keeps time and doesn't lose a beat. Absolutely brilliant. Then one of my favourite tracks off Mars, Child of Innocence. Absolutely diamond track. Then we go back to Leftover Shore for a bit of Miracles Out of Nowhere. Classic again. There's so many classics on this. Then we go to the Point of No Return for the Point of No Return. There's Robbie killing it on that. Portrait from Mask and the Pinnacle. Nice little medley of them two songs put together. Then we go back for more great stuff. Pinnacle, which is from Point of No Return. Nice way of putting that all together. Then we have a track of Drastic Measures. Not my favourite album by Kansas, but the live version of that is pretty good. Then we have Play the Game from Vinyl Confessions. Again, it sounds great live. And of course, it wouldn't be a Kansas concert without ending up with Carry On My Wayward Son. Always brilliant. Doesn't matter if it's a studio version and live version, it's always absolutely spot on, that track. Okay, this is my number 2 live album of all time by Kansas, but watching it is even better. The footage, the highlights is Robbie on stage. Of course, when he's not playing the violin, he's so into what he's doing, and he's having a little jig, and he's really rocking, holding his bow. Steve Walsh is just incredible on this. There's a one bit where he's singing and one-handed keyboard playing, really rocking. And then, of course, you get Phil Earhart on the drums with his mullet hair. Absolutely brilliant. The best bit, one of the best bits, is the crowd. I like how the crowd is so an intimate crowd. They're all sort of gathered round, and it always sounds great. But to actually watch it and playing it through the surround sound on the telly, there's so much enthusiasm for this band. And what I also like about watching this, everyone seems to be having an absolutely whale of a time. Especially Robbie. It's sad, so sad that he's no longer with us. What a fine musician he was. Anyway, I love watching this. I watch it quite a lot. It's one of them when I can put on the telly while I'm doing things and just let it roll. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 9.5. Okay, that's all for today when it comes to videos. But of course tonight, 8 PM, Greenwich Mean Time, Dave and I will be doing the live stream. And all the usual gang will be up probably. This year we're going to be at this year is 1970. So we've got everyone will show their bits and memories of 1970. Okay, tomorrow a busy Friday. Busy Friday. We start off with a request. Now, someone asked me to do some more Sex Pistols, so I thought I would do the live albums of the Sex Pistols, because they've released more live albums than studio albums. They've only released the one studio album, of course, but they've released more live albums. Also tomorrow we'll be reviewing, it's been 22 years or more since we've had a new album from the fantastic Peter Gabriel and I.O. And also tomorrow is part 2 of the Steve Hillage story, and we're going to look at the band Khan that he was in with Dave Stewart. It's sort of like before he ended up in Gong, and the album is called A Space Shanty. So another busy day tomorrow. So have a great day. We'll probably stay light. I don't think it's going to get any lighter today. So we're going to be in the dark for all our stuff today on the channel. Have a great day, everyone, and bye for now.